Dobry den! We are on our way to the Czech Republic to finally start our bike tour along the River Elbe cycling route. I highly recommend getting a Czech train, by the way, so classy. Oh, hello there, my dear sweet lady Brompton. Since we're touring with a toddler, we also brought along the Muli cargo bike. Its front basket folds out to carry a child seat, very handy, and the whole thing still fits on the train. We're starting our bike tour at Ústí nad Labem. Jesus, that's a fancy map. There we are now, cycling along the famous Elbe cycle route, which winds past castles, charming towns, vineyards and wineries. Later on we'll be veering off the cycle route, getting a bit more adventurous as we explore the Bohemian paradise of Kokorin, before eventually riding into the heart of Prague. Now, before we get started on this bike tour, I do want to mention that Google Maps has no bike navigation in the Czech Republic. And I hate Google anyway, so go ahead and download mappy.com. It's actually a Czech navigation app, it's free, it works offline, it tailors your route to your cycling style, and it even shows the elevation, which I find really useful. Okay, enough of that nerdy shite. Whee! As soon as we leave Ústí nad Labem and join the Elbe cycle route, it's so quaint. Ahoy there, fisher boys! I love this riverside charm and all the tiny cute little details. And as we cycle along, I do wonder, can we swim in the River Elbe? Yes, we can. So long as you don't mind sharing it with rats. But if you do prefer a pool, lucky for you, Czech has you sorted. But first we need to find the perfect spot to get rid of this dead body we're schlepping around. The rubbish bag is actually a super lightweight toddler hiking backpack, I swear. And down below we have all the feckin' other things, tiny human needs, and a cooler bag on the back, which is a luxury. And for Lady Brompton, we have the usual setup, a dry bag rucksack on the back and the messenger bag up front. Let's get back on the trail, shall we? Now, one of the first places you'll want to visit is Berg Schreckenstein, a castle perched atop a 100-metre cliff overlooking the River Elbe. The name Schreckenstein literally translates to scary rock. Well, after cycling up that scary rock, you might want to kill yourself. Oh, how convenient. These helmets were supposed to strike fear into the hearts of enemies, but I can't help but find him absolutely adorable. He looks like a medieval big bird. There is a lovely hike, which I wasn't really expecting, up through the castle ruins to the very, very top of that scary rock. And let me tell you, the views are well worth the climb. Oh look, apples! Everywhere you look, there's fruit just waiting to be picked. Whoops. Still delicious. With all the fruit growing here, it's no surprise this region has such a rich winemaking history. It goes all the way back to 1143, when monks were sent here by the king to plant vineyards. Gotta love those monks. Cheers, lads. Let's hop on this tiny wooden ferry across the Elbe to visit a winery that's a local favourite. St. Thomas Winery is so charming and genuine. You can really feel the love the family puts into their work here. They even offer tours if you book in advance, but for now, let's have our own little mini wine tasting. It's just water. Relax. We had such a lovely time here with the locals and their dog Monty. But now it's time to hop back on the little wooden boat and head to our next stop. You can really feel the South Moravian vibes here at Mikulenkovi's little wine tavern. She even brought out a box of toys, which of course were immediately destroyed. That hits the spot. Here we are at the town of Litoměřice. Actually, I don't know how you pronounce it. Hang on a second.
Litoměřice.
Jesus, I got that so wrong. Anyway, we're here to get some money, which I advise that you do as well. And of course, grab some of that delicious fruit. This time, sadly, we're paying for it. Look at these beautiful psychopaths. Jesus, we are spoilt. Spoilt rotten with all these paved, gorgeous pets. But don't we all yearn for a bit of adventure? Off we go, so. You know, I've cycled thousands of kilometres on Lady Brompton, and to this day I haven't had a single puncture. Ooh, a bit of downhill action there. So anyway, yeah, she's conquered it all, from sharp gravel to mud to even glass. These Schwalbe Marathon Plus tyres are invincible. Lady B is a beast. Tickles! But alas, even beasts deserve a rest. And this campsite is the perfect place for it. The cabins are spotless and have everything you need, plus a few cute little extras. And there's even a swimming pool. They also have a surprisingly excellent wine selection. Perfect for the sunset. Or is that the moon rising? Who cares? Cheers. Look! We're here. Definitely recommend a hike up to these sandstone sculptures called Devil's Heads. A fella named Levi carved a whole series of these about 180 years ago, and you'll find them scattered all through the forest. Never seen a stone getting stoned before. Wow, look at those sandstone cliffs. And not even that dead body bag can ruin these views. If you're going up a steep hill, my usual go-to is the Brompton Stomp. And if that doesn't work, I go for the headbanger. Now, I don't know about the physics of this one, but it does actually work. Try it out. Holy fairytale. Ooh, let's have a look inside. Kokorin Castle was originally built in the 14th century. You can still see the medieval stone walls and the narrow little windows for shooting enemies. The romantic style that you see today came about in the 19th century, when the castle that was then a ruin and also known as the Cursed Castle was finally renovated. Aw, where's your beak? There are so many steep hairpin curves leading downhill, and I'm even easing the brakes ever so slightly because the speed of Lady B flying downhill is absolutely mental. What's this? Ooh, a lavender bouquet. And you just leave your money there. Love the trust in humanity. Next stop, a swim at Lake Harazov. One thing we've noticed on this trip is how few tourists there are. We mostly just heard Czech being spoken. Oh, and there's an awful lot of goulash and sausages, but you have to try the horseradish. Let's cycle with the speed of Superman to our next stop, Melnik, famous for its wine and for the stunning views from the castle terrace. Let's go have a look. Jesus, if I lived here, I'd absolutely 100% turn into a raving alcoholic. I'll just be sitting here sipping my wine. Sorry. You're listening to Classic Radio, and as the Elbe flows into the Moldau, we invite you to float along with Smetana's The Moldau. The ride from Melnik to our campsite feels almost too good to be true, like it was designed by a cyclist. Smooth paved paths just for us winding through the landscape. At the end of a beautiful tree-lined avenue, you'll find Feltruzi Chateau Park. It's actually the largest landscape park in Central Europe. From the meadows heavy with the perfume of wild flowers to a tiny bee sipping on the sweet nectar. It's so idyllic it'll make you sick. Oof, this certainly feels less idyllic. But even in this hoarder's junkyard, campsite, there's a strange, melancholy kind of beauty that lives here. Feels like a scene from The Last of Us, basically, with a load of wild animals roaming around. The cabins are simple, but have all the essentials. Fridge, electricity, clean sheets, though we always sleep in our own sleeping bags. Time for everyone to unwind.
Hi! Can I have a go?
Whee! Dinner's ready! Jesus, sitting on your porch at night time is great fun, isn't it? It's like a nature documentary. Except for the fucking mosquitoes. Good morning. We're on the last stretch of our tour, heading straight into the heart of Prague. After all that lovely sunshine, it has rained. But God, I love the smell of the air after it rains. The paths are smooth and scenic, with lovely luxurious spots to pop into along the way. And then, just like that, the Prague skyline opens up before us. To be honest, I definitely could have made more of an effort to film beautiful Prague, but I just couldn't be arsed because my heart was in the beautiful Czech countryside. And on that note, cheers, Lady B. And thanks for joining us. Until the next time.